When roads are built over rivers and streams in Texas, TxDOT wants to make sure that construction will not adversely impact the environment, and that includes freshwater mussels. The agency is especially concerned about those mussels which are considered threatened or endangered. Costly on-site surveys must first be conducted. If found, the mussels are moved away from the site. But is relocation a good conservation tool? And are expensive surveys really necessary? Researchers with the Texas A&M Natural Resources Institute are working to find the answers.
Within Texas, we think we have about 53 mussel species. Of those 53 species, there are 15 that are currently listed as state threatened. Of those, 11 or 12 are under some sort of review process with Fish and Wildlife Service.
With this state listing then, there are protected species, and TxDOT has to address how to avoid or minimize impacts to any state threatened species. And so what TxDOT does is to survey and then relocate any state listed mussels that would be in the footprint on every bridge crossing of perennial water.
Texas has millions and millions of river miles, and on those streams there's also lots of bridge crossings. And so the question was, how does TxDOT become strategic in identifying places where they need to do surveys versus areas where they do not need to do surveys? And that was kind of the ultimate motivation for this type of work.
So we bring in animals that are part of the study to get an idea of the sublethal stressors that they may be experiencing while they're being relocated. So when we bring them into the lab, we're able to look at some of their biochemical components to get an idea of, maybe they're not getting as much food as they were before relocation, if they're under any kind of stress. So that kind of expresses itself in less fat stores, less glycogen stores, less protein stores. And that kind of helps guide us on whether or not we chose a satisfactory relocation site.
The other goal of the project was to basically begin to amass a database for TxDOT where they could better anticipate and prioritize where they needed to do bridge surveys for mussels.
It's a database that we've actually been working on for quite a long time. It takes in mussel records from across the state so that TxDOT and then other agencies can access that just so they know whether or not there's a potential for impacting state threatened or endangered species at any of their surveys or construction projects.
The motivation by TxDOT, as well as our ultimate goal in the lab, is to provide them the best information they can possibly have to make informed decisions, management decisions, and then hopefully that'll lead to cost savings that then will roll over to other activities.
For more information and to find the publications for this project, please visit the TxDOT Research Library at the link shown below.